Hey guys, AldoTheWarrior, Final Fantasy X-2, how are we? So, today we're going to be going to Bevel. Crater barrel eyes missing, but the group's still held together, blah blah blah. Now, there's some extra things that you'll get for bringing the sphere from Chapter 1 to New Yevon, but obviously we did that with New League. So we start off this bit at the start. We'll go down to the end here, and obviously because they're not being hostile and they're actually letting us in, we should have a scene with Marauder. You know, one of Isaru's former guardians. That'll be the broken comm sphere then. Let's just go into the temple, or head towards the temple. Where is Marauder? There he is.
Hey!
Hi, Marauder. Aren't you a member of the Youth League? What are you doing in front of New Yevon's headquarters?
I've been asking myself the same question. Look.
Isaru.
My brother heard that Bevel was a mess and came all the way from Xanarkand. Hey, he can do what he wants, but what I want to know is, how did I get dragged into this?
You're protecting Bevel together.
Yeah, I guess that's about right. Somebody's gotta watch his back.
Hey, what you talking about?
We're talking about how brothers have to stick together.
Oh, okay. See you later, Lady Yuna. Kinder Guardians, move out!
It's funny how he spoke to Passy like that every single time in 10, and he's doing the exact same in this one, so I like the continuity.
They're multiplying!
Yeah, they're turning into a regular Kindercore.
Well, at least they're having fun.
Yeah, they're having fun.
Maybe fun is all this world really needs.
A time like this.
Isaru's changed too, huh?
Him? He'll never change.
Bet you haven't seen him, Marauder.
He goes around playing superhero and leaves us with all the headaches.
You can kind of argue that he did that as a guardian.
Oh, someone who goes around playing superhero, is it?
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
You mean brother? Wrong. Buddy?
Nope.
Oh, she's starting to get a bit paranoid now.
Well, Riku, why don't we get going?
Before she figures it out.
Yep, sounds good.
Come on, tell me who.
Oh, who do you think? Come on. You're a clever woman. Episode complete. Interesting. Scourge Bane garment grids. Oh, so we've got to go back again? Oh, fine. Right, so we're now going to go onto the Via Infinito. We got that little thing out the way. What's actually in Scourge Bane? There it is. Guards against status ailments. I reckon if we've got a ribbon, we should be alright. So we're going to head back to Bevel. And we're going to go inside the temple. New Yevon is accepting new members. Looks like they're reforming. Hopefully they'll have the sense to get rid of all those secrets. You never know. A leopard that never changes its spots. Who's that? Oh, it's Marauder. Okay. Oh, finally you let me have a lift. Whee! All of 100 feet. Oh well, it was fun. Who's this? Yep, we all have to live up to Marauder's example. It's nice. Marauder is fast becoming... He was quite the between him, Isaru, and Pase, he seemed to be the most level-headed, and the most, I don't know, the most normal of all of them, which I thought was quite good. Right, so now we want to go to the eastern side of the temple.
Look, the gull wings!
Here we are.
Lady Yuna, look, look, look! Ta-da! We found it all by ourselves.
I hope Pase will find us a big treasure. Considering what's beyond there, I don't know. Right, so what I'm gonna do, the whole idea of the Via Infinito, is it? Ah, it's Via Infinito, not Via Purifico. Via Purifico is the dungeon. This Purifico, let's have a look and see. Dark Knight and Alpha. Yeah, we'll stick with that. I'm just gonna do a quick save because I'm gonna be doing this for the rest of the video. Just going as far as I can in the video. So I would recommend you do the same. Here we go. Actually... Ah! I forgot. In the last video, I got a set of Kaiser Knuckles. But I've already got 255... Oh, it doesn't matter. That being said, however, I'm going to find the champion belt. Where did I put the champion belt? Oh, there it is. Right, okay. Just because they're an alchemist, they don't have it.
Where are we?
I don't know.
I know a place just like this. It's the, farplane. Oh, I wanted to say it.
No, it's not.
Oh, sorry.
First in a year, you are.
Some
Who are
old
you?
guy.
This place was long sealed away until a man named Tremor came and unlocked its
Tremor.
secrets. Into the depths, alone he descended. Never did he return to the light.
Nice story.
About this Tremor, he... Pase? Let's get out of here. Okay.
That's their way of saying, see ya. Ooh. We have a sphere. Crimson Sphere 6. Watch the sphere. Yep, let's watch it.
What did you see?
As soon as we went in,
They became violent. Everyone. It must have been the Fireflies.
they swarmed around us too. So many Fireflies.
We saw it. That apparition.
Start making sense.
It was a machina. An enormous machina. It trembled and growled. Like a beast.
I've never seen anything like it. When I saw the apparition, it got inside me. It made me feel fear, regret, despair.
Same here. I can't explain why, but I felt so sad.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like somebody's raw emotions just came out of nowhere and hijacked my brain.
Somebody? Somebody who? Is that all? Return to the command center at once. Protect the Maester until the operation has concluded. That is your first mission as Crimson Squad members.
What, we passed?
Congratulations.
Okay.
All right! We did it. Yeah, we did. Run! Run!
Quiet!
What's Payne gonna say about that, I wonder? She's not really saying anything. So the Via Infinito. Okay. So let's head straight ahead. Right. We're all good. We're happy. Tonbury. Easy.
Leave it to me. Easy as pie.
Cloister 2. Hold on a minute. So that can take us back to the main entrance. So if we hold on a minute. There should be another trophy down here. Alright, hold on. Bear with me guys for a minute, because there's definitely something here. Okay, never mind then. So let's just head down. This happens later on in the tower. So I have a feeling that this is actually just going to be a run, just keep running and run past them all, and you'll get to where you need to be. You don't want to get there just yet. Down to 4. Oh, hello, what's this? Oh, he's got auto protect, has he? Elder Drake. Easy one to do. Let's get a mega beam attack. Oh, that was not successful at all. One more hit and he's beat me. No, he's not quite. This guy's hard. Oh, for God's sake. What? Okay, that was... I should have just had 2 darknesses then. That was not fun. So yeah, you definitely want to make sure you've got plenty of potions and what have you. Bucketless Gamer, how are you doing, buddy? Let's not go yet. Yeah, it was tough, but it's done now. We're only on level 4. Oh no, it's a soul work. Wonderful. Oh, that was easy. By contrast, that was a walk in the park. Right, what have we got here? Nothing. Oh mate, that's not good.
That wasn't much fun.
our restrictions have gotten a little bit tighter as well. But in the region that I'm in Scotland, it's actually remaining exactly the same. So it's not any different right now. But that's as it is right now. It could change. You never know, eh? But I hope you're doing all right, man. I hope you're able to keep your head above water and whatnot. These Tonberries, in every other game, they were viewed as like a real problem, but now this 10 and 10.2 have actually made them one of the lesser concerns. They brought in better enemies that are stronger than Tonberries. That doesn't mean the Tonberries are annoying. They are. It's yeah. Yes, I have played Final Fantasy 1 on the PSP, if you remember that console, mate. And I agree. Oh, not this guy again. PSP, Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 4. I played that on that, and I thought I really enjoyed those games. They're brilliant. Wasn't a big fan of the after years Final Fantasy 4. It's kind of like, in a way, if 10 was the first game to get a sequel, but this was another one of those games that had a sequel. Only they didn't really do they didn't really do a good job with this game. This is really testing me. Why didn't I just do that? 3 Darknesses takes care of that guy. But yeah, Final Fantasy 1, the original game for the PSP, really enjoyed that. I've never played the actual original. I don't think that's actually still in circulation anywhere. I think you could first get that on the Atari, which was just before my time. In fact, the year I was born, Final Fantasy 3 was released, and I played that for DS, and that was just nails. Really tough game, but really enjoyable too. I played pretty much all of them except for I haven't played 11 because I'm not paying a membership fee for that, and for the same reason I haven't played 14. But with the release of the PS5 yesterday, they're going to be releasing Final Fantasy 16 at some point. I'm going to wait until the PS5 comes down in price before I even think about getting one, because it's something like £500 at my end to buy a PS5, and I'm like, a PS4 works perfectly fine as it is, and I get a hell of a lot of enjoyment out of it. So I don't feel ready. I don't think I need to get any new consoles again for a while. Okay, we're now on 7. Lucky? Or is that just wishful thinking? What's going on here? Oh, hello. Who is that? That'll be the Azidaka, whatever his name was. I had him. I've got him in my through the creature creator, but I've not actually. I can't actually seem to get the faith fragment from him in order to get to fight Bahamut in the Fiend Arena. That being said, however, I've got Final Fantasy X and X-2 remastered on the PS Vita. and basically that's going to be my run-through game that I do in my time when I'm out and about. I'm not going to be streaming that. I'm just going to be playing through that game and trying to get all the trophies that I don't get in the PS4 playthrough. Although I do try and get as many of them on the PS4 as I can. So I actually just gone into another battle before striking into that guy. How perverse. Well, he's gone now, so... Well, with all that space, he can move around, can't he? A behemoth.
Easy as pie.
So, Bucket List Gamer mate, what did you think was the best game for you in Final Fantasy? Give us your Final Fantasy history if you like. Here's that guy again. Guardian Beast. The NES by far. Although I've played and beaten Final Fantasy VI though. I've never actually completed Final Fantasy VI. But you know, you get so many people saying, oh, this is the best game, that's the best game, and one that comes up all the time is 6, and I get it, and I get why the appeal's there. I mean, Kefka is just one of these villains that is just creeps you the hell out, but that's why he's so good. And also, you think, I mean, some people compare 6 and 5 and 6 in terms of villains. You know, X-Death and Kefka. Kefka's just so much more memorable. He's so much more unhinged than X-Death was. You don't really get that explanation as to why X-Death just wants to kill everybody and return them to the void, but he does want to. But you kind of get that with Kefka. You just see that you feel that he's a proper genuine threat. So when I complete Final Fantasy VI, I'll be able to say for certain who's the best. Who do I think is? Maybe I'll understand why 6 is so universally adored when I complete it. Although I've got a fair idea why it is already. And with it being the last of the, you know, the old-fashioned 2D sprite versions of them, before 7 came along and, you know, everything was 3D, it was blocky 3D, before Minecraft was cool. And then 8 came along and straightened all that out. You get it. Oh, that would be a killer combination. The Joker from Batman, one of my favourite villains in all of film and even comic history. I wasn't a massive comic reader as a kid, but you know, your animated cartoon series, Mark Hamill as the Joker, he was phenomenal. But Mark Hamill's Joker and Kefka, or even Joaquin Phoenix's Joker and Kefka. Now we're talking. trying to think of other brilliant combinations. You know, taking one of the main villains of the Final Fantasy franchise and you know, teaming them up with a memorable movie villain from another franchise. So, to use your example, Kefka with the Joker. Thinking perhaps it could be Sephiroth and you know, from Final Fantasy VII and Emperor Palpatine, because they want to, you know, just take over everything and rule everything in a way. I mean, Palpatine's the real villain behind everything in the Star Wars universe. You know, as memorable, Darth Vader is by far the most memorable, but he is really Palpatine's puppet. Much like all the other Sith Lords. Yeah. I was gonna say Emperor Palpatine and Sorceress Edea, but from Final Fantasy V. Not Edea, Ultimecia from 5. But I thought Sephiroth would have been a better example. Would have probably been a better ally to Palpatine than Ultimecia, which means that I'm having to think of another example. I mean, if you've seen, there's another, now that I think of Star Wars and Final Fantasy, if you go into YouTube and look up this channel called Rabtoons, they do Final Fantasy in a nutshell videos, which basically parodies the Final Fantasy games one by one, and you know, gives you an idea of the story through just some of the most absurd dialogue that doesn't feature in the game, but it's based on what features in the game. it's just hilarious. And Final Fantasy 12, that often is they often come back with that one, and they have tons of Star Wars references in it, and they acknowledge it by going, "This isn't Star Wars." And even the closing credits of that Rabtoons video for 12 is the Star Wars theme tune in a kazoo or something like that. It's actually really funny. So Rabtoons, go look up that channel, and Final Fantasy in a nutshell videos, you'll find them. They're really funny. That's it. I'm gonna think of other combinations for the rest of the video. I reckon I'm just gonna keep going back and forth. Bucket Lamer, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Bucket List Gamer, it's not easy for me to say fast. I try and say it fast 5 times and I'll fail miserably. Bucket List Gamer, if you want to contribute with your ideas, I'd love to hear from him. Really sorry, man, did not mean to do that to you, not cool. Yep, AldoTheWarrior's going down in everybody's estimations now. Oh, Cloister 20. Here we go. Who's this guy? So, I think it's you fight 20 at a time. Getting back to the actual game here, and you fight a guy. You fight somebody, and let me see here. Okay.
Maester Kinok.
Keenock. Jeez, oh.
He's unsent?
Jesus. Murdered by Seymour. Stamina tonic. Not brilliant.
The wandering unsent.
You think there are more in here?
Probably.
Probably.
I didn't know that she was going
I
to say
think
that.
we should go home now.
Let's ease their pain.
You're going?
Mm-hmm.
I knew it.
Yep, everybody knew it. So let's head back. Crimson Sphere 8. I think this is the only Crimson Sphere we haven't got yet. Oh.
I'm glad you're all right.
You're not mad.
Mad.
I kept you from dying.
You can owe me one.
Why did you follow us?
I want to know what it was you all saw back there.
Problem is, we don't know.
We'll figure it out one of these days. We'll tell you then.
Well, the Maester's not going to be pleased when he finds out we're still alive. Moving as a group is too risky.
Want to split up?
That would be wise.
Your work's done. Why are you still recording?
So...
One for old time's sake.
Where they all go their separate ways. Oh!
Who? Newt!
I said your work's done.
Damn! That is... Whoa! That wasn't expected. Right. So, what we can do is, I believe, we can actually use the pad back there. Oh, that was horrendous. So, what we can do is we can actually go on the pad and return to the surface, save, and at the same time go back to the same level. It's as long as it's a multiple of 20. So there's 100 floors in this. There you go then. So we got to Cloister 20. Let's see what's down this path. One of the great cloisters. Ah! Oh, right. So, actually it's a teleporter. What time is it where I'm at right now? It is currently around about 7:05 in the morning, mate. How about you? What time is it at your end? Alright, let's carry on. Ooh! A diva. Remember, if you haven't already, I know I have said it in other videos, but if you're on chapter 3, you can get a diva from the temple in Jose, I think. Is it Jose or is it Kilika? No, it's not. It's Kilika. You can get them. I think it's a medium. If you go to the creature creator in the airship, with the medium pods, you can trap a diva, and that will help you to.
Nice work!
If you keep level up until it can be released, and it will evolve into another creature. Do that again and again and again until you get to the spirit thing. Release that, and then that will unlock a monster called Tomb. Ooh. Unlocks a monster called Tomb. 11:05 at night. Wow. Whereabouts are you, mate? Are you in? No, you wouldn't be in America, would you? You're 8 hours behind me. It's still yesterday where you are. Canada, British Columbia. I've always wanted to go to Canada. Where in Canada, I don't know yet. Obviously, when you think of Canada, you would think of places like Toronto and Vancouver, wouldn't you? But what's it like in British Columbia, mate? Oh. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, this guy again. Right, let's go and kick his butt. That was rude. This Via Infinito reminds me of trial mode from Final Fantasy 12 on the PS4. The Zodiac Age is a trial mode, which basically you fight 100 levels and see how far you can get. And basically, if you're maxed out, you should be able to get to level 100. You get 2 trophies for beating that. You can get one for getting to level 50 and one for beating level 100. I'm currently trying to get to level 100 one. I've saved just before level 100, but you're fighting against all the judges from the game, and it's a nightmare. It's really tough. It's even tougher than the Omega weapon in that game. It's no laughing matter. Another game, Marlboro, another divisive enemy. One of the most irritating, or in this case, pretty simple of beings to defeat. I think the worst game for Marlboros was Final Fantasy VIII. It was such a bad enemy. Whenever you knew a Thornberry was coming, you just thought, oh no. Oh, I got that one, mate. For some reason, some of your messages aren't going through. I got that one. That is a bit odd. Technology can be your friend, or it can just be a pain in the ass. Oh no. I got off lightly there. That Elder Drake is annoying. Alright, we're a quarter of the way through. Excellent. Bucket List Gamer. Making sure I say your name properly this time. Are you still with me, mate? Your messages. You're able to overcome the technical difficulties.
That wasn't much fun.
Brilliant, man. Brilliant, buddy.
Let's do it!
Oh, this reminded me of that Nestlug enemy from 10. That is exactly what it was, and it was a nightmare. It was one of these arena creations. And I always found, do you know what? To hell with this. I'm gonna just use Yojimbo or Dark Anima. Anima and whatnot. And I'm just going to hope for the best in terms of them. Oh, okay, that's not letting me through. Oh, you wouldn't believe how popular it is over here. It's an obsession. It doesn't matter what part of the UK, but especially in England. Every single time the UEFA World Cup comes on, I'm not a football fan, by the way, at all. I'm totally put off by it. But in football, it's like how It's like how in Canada you view ice hockey. That's how manic. That's how seriously devoted many people in the UK are to football or soccer. I know there's soccer in what we would call football, and then there's things like American football and all that stuff. Some people do that here, but nah, not for me, thank you. Oh, hello, Elder Drake. We missed you. Not. My partner actually really likes ice hockey. She enjoys watching the Edmonton Oilers. So, what's your favourite team, bucket list gamer? Being careful there. And by the way, no judgment at all. I don't follow it. I don't have an opinion on it. I don't care if your team is one of the best or one of the worst. But hey, it's your team. So, who's your teammate? Or are you like me and you don't follow? I mean, football isn't even the national sport of Scotland. It's golf, and I don't really follow golf either. I'm really not up to scratch in sports these days. Oh, this guy's ammunitions. Oh, that was... I should have just done that. See the amorphous gel I've got on my team, and I put amorphous gel with the or is it the protein gel? It's that same gel with the Tonberry, and I just use darkness all the time, and it's got me through some of the hardest fights in the arena, in the Fiend arena. Oh, one of these again. Ooh! Two! How can I be attacked in midair? Oh well. I'm only spamming these monsters. I'm fighting the fiends and whatnot, and the machina, just for the items they drop. Not so much about the experience, because I can't be any more experienced.
Bring it, punk.
And in terms of gil, I don't need to worry about that either. Give me a break.
Stronger than you thought.
Golf instead of hockey. Fair enough. I think there's only a handful of golfers that I can name. Rory McIlroy from Ireland. Of course, Tiger Woods, probably the most well-known golfer in the world. Jack Nicklaus as well. But other than that, I don't really pay attention to it, man. But fair play to you. I'm more into my martial arts. Karate is my thing. Rage compilations. Rage compilations of anything are phenomenal. Are really funny. Was it that funny? That you felt you were gonna faint? laugh yourself to death, that kind of thing. Obviously not so drastic. It's kind of like the best ever episode of You've Been Framed, or you know, I don't know if you've been framed over there, but it's so good. There's one that I've seen on Facebook quite a lot. It's the angriest guitarist in the world, and it's just this old man struggling to play this song, and he loses his temper, destroys his guitar half the time, or just, well, completely overreacts and makes noises like an angry cat, and actually does destroy a few of his guitars in the video. And there's another one where he actually manages to get it. They're on YouTube as well. It's so funny. So yeah, just type in angriest guitar player, and the song is Magic Man that he's trying to play. I think he's from Birmingham, England. Angry video game nerd on YouTube. I'm gonna have to look him up. I probably have seen him at some point, but I need to look him up again. In fact, I'll do that after this video when the camera's been switched off. I just like people. Do you ever just think that they're not actually that bothered? A lot of it is just staged, and there's a few. But when it's real, it just makes it. It doesn't matter. It's just funny as hell. Some of them you just think, nah, that's not real. That's staged. I think this guy's just getting harder and harder every time. Don't tell me I've got to fight two of them. Oh yeah, I've got to fight two of them. Martial arts, yeah. I've been doing them since I was a kid. My main one's karate, but I've done a bit of taekwondo, some jiu-jitsu. Judo is another big one for me, and you know, I've dabbled in a bit of other things like Krav Maga and all that kind of thing. It's all good fun, but it's actually really good to know. How about yourself? Speaking of funny videos, by the way, if you want a really funny martial arts video, look up on YouTube the karate Gangnam Style. That one's really funny. Short and sweet, but it's brilliant. And yes, I still think Gangnam Style is still a funny, quite funny, a really funny song. Same with, you know, most of the stuff that Psy did was just a piss take. But in fact, that's actually one of the reasons why my channel name is AldoTheWarrior, because you know, that was a name I was known for when I was fighting in my competition days. Taekwondo, yeah. So, of all the martial artists that I've actually seen, I've never seen more flexibility in martial arts than the people who do Taekwondo. Another Elder Drake, but just in this weird kind of sense. Alright, so just a few lessons here and there, and then you just decided, no, I prefer my golf. Bruce Lee. There was never a better martial artist. I will fight anyone who says that Bruce Lee was not the best martial artist of all time. In terms of, you know, public knowledge. Of course, you could look at other, like, grandmasters of, like, ancient karate or kung fu or whatever. But in terms of what we know today, nobody was better than Bruce Lee. And even people like all your martial artists of today, people like Jet Li and Jean-Claude Van Damme, you know, I know some martial artists are thinking, Jean-Claude Van Damme? Really? You think of all your martial arts or your action movie stars these days, your Donnie Yens, your Jet Lis, your Jason Stathams and whatnot. You know, they all come back and say nobody was better than Bruce Lee. And if we go back to the old Chuck Norris jokes, I mean, Chuck Norris might have become a bit of a parody, but even he was a phenomenal martial artist back in his day, and he said that there was nobody better than Bruce Willis. So Chuck Norris says he was the best. He must have been the best. But here's the big question though.
Nice work!
What was the best appearance for Bruce Lee? Any of the movies or film or programs that he starred in? What would you say is your favourite? I'm going to go with Fist of Fury. Enter the Dragon is a close second, but it's Fist of Fury for me. Or the Chinese Connection as it's also known as. Why am I doing that? It's a Tomb Raider, for goodness sake. Yeah, Chinese Connection, Fist of Fury. That is just no holds barred. It's brutal. It does show, and you know, that was based on. They were all based on. You know, the plot of the story might have been a bit far fetched, but the background of each of the story was all based on true events. You know, there was a lot of racial segregation between Chinese and Japanese within China. Although, and I look at this as someone who's done karate for many years, karate actually came from China in the year 1608, because there was a prohibition on that forbade Japanese citizens to carry weapons. So they needed an unarmed way of fighting, which was known as karate, which is Japanese for the way of the empty hand. So, AldoTheWarrior actually giving a lesson on fighting, or fighting arts and things. Maybe I should do that more often. And in fact, I remember when I was going for black belt, my karate school actually said you need to set an assignment, and you had to actually write an essay on the history of karate, and that was just for the actual black belt, not first dan or second dan or anything like that. We had the school of karate that I did had has a level within it called Shodan Ho. Shodan is Japanese for first dan, but Shodan Ho is like provisional black belt, like not a first dan yet, but still worthy to wear a black belt. And that was the assignment that was set by the chief instructor, because if you're going to be a black belt, it makes sense to know your actual stuff. And I watched the Karate Nerd quite a lot on here, and there's a lot of black belt mills, and this applies to all martial arts schools. There's some really good martial arts schools out there that don't just give out your black belts willy-nilly for paying them out, for just paying them a ton of money in membership fees and everything else. There are some really good schools that actually make you earn a black belt status by knowing things. And speaking of black belts, I mean, that came across from judo. It was judo that had the different grading systems, and the original black belts back in the early days of martial arts were only attained, but you were given a white belt at the start to go with your suit. But the only way you were going to get to go black is you never ever washed your belt, because it was, you know, the belt was quite symbolic, and it symbolized your maturity in the martial arts, if you like. And if you wanted to get a black belt, you don't wash it, you just simply keep wearing that belt every time, and over time your belt's just going to get black, and you don't ever wash that belt. And then the belt will start to fray when it's black, and then it goes a bit of a greyish colour, it turns to white, which kind of like brings your knowledge in the martial arts full circle. So I'm giving tons of lessons in this today. and and this is stuff that I learned. So, I mean, I got my first black belt age 21, and so I learned all this 9-10 years ago. Or I was obsessed with martial arts back then, but just some of the things you learn is pretty amazing. I love the conversation we're having, by the way, buddy, because it's just passing so much time getting through all these levels. Making some coffee, that sounds like a good idea. No worries, man. Enjoy your coffee. That guy was just headbutting me all the time. Oh, I've got to fight another one. Darkness against these guys. Level 40. Okay. We're doing alright. Who's this? Is that... It's Mr. Driscoll. Ooh, an elemental. Ooh, oversold him as well. Ooh, evil. Some dagger. Is that it? Ooh, you've actually done some damage there. I'll never underestimate Fundaga again. But that was an easy win against the Dark Elemental. He's part of Shady Duo in the Fiend Arena, and he's a nightmare. So Darkness is a really good one to have. What do you get for beating this guy? Moonbracer. What is a Shining Bracer? Speed Bracer. Ooh, I'm getting plenty of bracers here. Alright, let's see what these actually get you. Moonbracer. Right. Auto regen, speed bracer, auto haste, and you can cast Hastegar. But I would be bringing my thing down quite a lot. I think because it's more a support role, I'm gonna let what's catnip? SOS whatever. I'm going to give that a bit of a miss just now, but Hastegar is definitely something that's good, and auto haste is always welcome as well, of course. Right. Actually, that's on level 40. So I'm going to actually do something I've never done before. I'm actually going to take, in line with what Bucket List Gamer has done, I'm going to take just 2 minutes. I'm going to replay my cup of tea. But I'll be right back in a moment. I am just going to save the game, and as soon as I do that, I'm just going to nip up, get a quick cup of tea, and I'll be right back. I will keep the video running, but then I'll be right back. Can't actually see him. Maybe it can't be more important. How little you know. Yeah, you should. Right. Okay, going to get more tea. Be right back. Sorry about that, guys. We are back. And just as a little reminder, before we drop down from level 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100, if you go to the right, remember there's that teleport. If you're starting from 0 again, you can just teleport right back up. So I will now never have to go through all these levels if I want to get to level 40. That's where I got to. And I believe what you can also do is you can actually go back to the airship, replenish, and then come back to Besaid, not Besaid, Bevel, and resume where you came from again. So that just gives you a little bit of time to actually go back and make sure you've got plenty of supplies, which I think is fantastic. It's much needed for sure. Salamander.
Well.
Oh yeah. By the way, at the end of chapter 4, at Unapalooza, if you beat the creature in the hidden cave in the Thunder Plains, that's Salamander, you get a trophy for that.
Well.
Is it me, or is Yuna so much more badass in this game than she's ever been? Now I'm a bit lost.
Golems at your service.
Actually, hold on a minute. I'm actually going to, rather than just going through everything, I'm just going to put a charm bangle on and hope that this stops all these encounters. Oh, no, I don't want to go there yet. Hang on, the charm bangle doesn't work. Does it? Try that one more time in case that was a fluke. It wasn't a fluke. You have to fight lots of these guys. Just don't wear a lure bracer. Bucket list gamer! Hiya again, mate. I followed your example. I went and got some more tea. See, I've not long come back on. I was only a couple of minutes. cup of tea and a protein bar. Keep the blood sugar up.
Spleen.
Technically, I think that counts as beating an oversold Salamander, but I got Subliminator for it. And I think I've gone the wrong way there. Still not found the creature in this game. This is starting to get a bit harder. Jasmine green tea.
Thank you.
Come again.
Oh, Chinese tea is amazing. In fact, the tea that I'm drinking just now is actually sourced from the mountains in China, right at the top. But it's actually it's also green tea, but it's the leaves are picked from the tops of these mountains simply because. You know, obviously, the lower down to ground level you get, the more the warmer it is. And, you know, all your bugs and your flies can crawl all over the leaves, whereas the stuff at the top, they can't survive up there. So you get the freshest stuff. So I get a pot of that for, I think it's £25. Which I don't know what which would in America. I know you're Canada, but in America, about £25 is something like how many dollars? What's that in dollars? I mean, it's like $1.25 dollars to the pound. So yeah, it's around about, my math is never that great, so roughly about $35–40. But it's really good. Oh yeah, I'm fighting this guy again. Ugh. $33.21. Yeah. Thanks, man. I haven't actually checked what that would be in Canadian dollars though, so I don't know what's the conversion rate of a US dollar to the Canadian dollar. Oh, one of those. The No Limits monster from... Oh, it's a pop fry. The No Limits monster from the arena, that's what it's called. You can see it, you can fight it in Grand Cup Hard. Along with the Machina Panzer, which is No Mercy. And that's really good. You get lots of charm bangles from that. And something like... It's not the best, but it's actually really... That's how, when I was grinding a lot, that's how I was actually grinding a lot. Dolmen you get from releasing Tomb. In the same way that you level up the Diva, you release that, it evolves, you get another one. Also, there's a big difference in US dollars and Canadian dollars. Right. So in a way, it's like about 75–80 cents in the US to the Canadian dollar, something like that.
This is your lucky day.
I'm not even going to try and convert that into pound sterling. My maths is terrible enough as it is. I did maths until my final year at high school, and then I said never again. Secondary school, or until I got to where I needed to go to university. And I didn't even do that well in that. Oh, I've got to go around all this winding road again. Oh no. Well, at least I know kind of where I'm going. Oh! That's the diva in its evolved form. So level up the diva, release it, and it evolves into the Akamanka. Assuming that's what you call it. Oh yeah, I mean, high school, you know, you learn pretty much all you need to be an employee and a good employee at a good company. It does set you up for life. I know that's stating the obvious, but, you know, I really enjoyed high school. Hated primary school, but I really liked primary school. Really liked high school.
Effortless.
Languages was my thing. That's why I went to study at university. So I've got a bachelor's degree in French and Spanish, but I also speak quite a good bit of German as well. And I lived in Spain for a year, and that's where I trained in judo when I was in Spain. So, Riku, you're just not getting a break today, are you, Riku? More often than not, the Elder Drake will always attack Riku, probably because she appears to be the weakest of the lot. And of course I've got to fight two of them now, don't I? Oh, another dolmen. And Aquila. Mine Pecker, Aquila the Hun. Oh my god, he didn't go for Riku that time. He went for Pain. Yeah, I think that's where most people learn all the social skills they carry through for the rest of their lives. That's really brilliant. It's where you make most of your friends for life. And even after you leave high school, most of them you won't lose touch with. Certainly not now that we have Facebook and whatnot, but I can only imagine that for people that left, you know, maybe our parents' generation that never had the internet, that would be obviously harder to stay in touch with everyone unless you knew where they lived or you had their phone number or whatever. Back then when nobody had mobile phones, and those that did have mobile phones were probably about that size or bigger, the size of a brick. That's just a TV remote, so but we all know what that's like. And even further back, the ones that were the size of the bricks, and there was an aerial, so getting out your phone, doing that and going, hello. That's a workout in itself. Just carrying the battery to one of those things. That was way back when. I mean, we can laugh now, you know, now that we've got smartphones, we look at a Nokia, an old style Nokia, and we can have a laugh and a joke about that and say, oh look at that, that's a brick. What the hell's that? That looks like a Mega. Ultima weapon. Nice. Not got that far yet. See if the darkness will take care of him. Anyway, yeah, but we look at a Nokia huh, that was easy. And we look at it and we think brick. But there's quite a lot of things I can say about the old Nokias from like the late 90s, that, and some of them are still around. Yeah, it does actually. Safety bit, nice. But that's the Ultima weapon, making a reappearance from 10, and I've never actually seen the Ultima weapon in this game. Flailing oak shoot. So yeah, one of the best things about those, there's two big things to the old Nokias. Number one, the battery life. You could charge that thing and it would still be on charge. It would still have that, you know, it could hold a full charge for at least a week, depending on how much you used it. How many smartphones can you say do that? I guarantee you won't get a smartphone that can have a charge that long. You know, they've just released the iPhone 12, and you know, I'm not an iPhone person. I'm a Samsung guy. I like my Samsung Galaxies, but none of them actually can hold a charge more than a couple of days at most, and that absolute most. Again, depending on how much you use it. But my phone, I have to charge it at least twice a day. Is that a cactuar? You gotta love cactuars. Oh, I got nothing for beating a cactuar. That's pretty lame. Just having a drink. Of course, we've got to fight this guy twice in the same level now. It's getting harder. Oh, you have to oversoul him as well. Oh no, this is going to be a nightmare. Pyroplexy. Oh no. Oh crap. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, if I hated him before, I hate him a lot more now. Now that he's oversold. Oh no. Pyroplexy. That's horrible. That is skipping. Come on. Yes! Oh, I hated that. That was a nightmare. And all it gives me is 2 mega potions for being oversold. What a rip-off. And I've got to fight more of these for the rest of the actual Via Infinito. That's bad. Killer Fang. Come on, Riku. I'd say man up, but that's not possible. And I don't say that in a sexist way. I say that because that's how the saying goes. So I respect everyone of every background, male, female, LGBTQ plus, etc. I had to remember what the full thing was actually. It's actually gotten so big, the abbreviation. It's a lot to remember. I respect everybody regardless of who it is. My motto in life is you respect me, I respect you. If you're an idiot to me, I'll treat you like a bigger idiot. I think that's a fair one. What's wrong with being polite and fair and kind and just treat everybody the way you would expect to be treated? But when it comes to political correctness, the PC brigade, I'm just going to start ranting now, aren't I? You know, I draw the line there. Forcing other people to not offend people. You're fair enough, but it's an uphill battle, and it's just not realistic. The world, unfortunately, doesn't work like that. Oh no, Meteor. Ultima weapon. That's bad. And again, you can actually get the oh shit. Oh. You can actually Alright. You can actually fight the Ultima weapon in the Fiend Arena, or capture him rather, by completing the Dolmen theme tail, getting Monolith, and I think after that you can get him. And then I think if you, yeah, and it's the way to unlock the Aeon Fiend Cup. The Fiend Cup or Fiend World Cup or whatever it's called. But it's not easy. So I'll probably end up doing it on either New Game Plus or the PS Vita. Yes, I still play the Vita. And I pretty much only play Final Fantasy games and classic PS1 games on it. Like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro and whatnot. Note on that, guys, is that there is, some of you will know, Bucket List Gamer, I already know that you've popped at your first appearance on this channel was in a Crash Bandicoot 2 gameplay. Crash Bandicoot 3 is coming up, but I want to get Final Fantasy X-2 out of the way before I do another game, and because it kind of just detracts everything, detracts from everything. I'd like to get this game finished. Some games upcoming as well as Crash Bandicoot 3. We're going to see Claire's story in Resident Evil 2. We've already done Leon's story in the channel, but we're going to go and do the other half, which is Claire. And you know, we'll also see, we'll also see as a new year. After the new year, we're also going to see Final Fantasy VII remake on the hard mode, because I've already done it on the regular mode, and you know, that's a game that we were all waiting for this year. It's been out in Europe since April, and I stopped playing quite a lot of games at this time just to play 7 Remake, and for totally selfish reasons. He was running away and he actually got shot. Well done, Riku. Still doesn't matter, you don't get anything for beating him. Oh, beautiful irony that. Level 50. Well, let me guess, I've got to fight another one of these. Yep, I've got to fight another one of these bloody drakes. Oh well. Oh, good question. Who did I choose from a 4-player team? I remember fighting with a warrior, a thief, a white mage, and a red mage, I think it was. Because back then, of course, they just auto-generated names for all 4 of your characters. They just showed up and were like, yes, we're the heroes of the game. And then off you went to fight Garland for the first time in the game. And that was brilliant. But that was in the PSP. And you know, it looks a lot better fleshed out. I liked how fleshed out the game actually looked. For a 2D sprite game, they made it looked really good. It looked better for me there than on your Ataris and your SNESes and whatnot. But then I suppose it'll be a nostalgia thing, won't it? I mean, for me, I remember the first ever video game I played wasn't Crash Bandicoot 2. That was the first PlayStation game I played.
Easy as pie.
Although this applies to that as well. The first one I ever played was Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Mega Drive. And I've played the same game on other platforms, including PS2 and PS3, and it's just not the same feeling as it is when you play it on a Mega Drive. That's what I find. In the same way that if you want to play Crash Bandicoot 2, you play it on the original PlayStation. Particularly for the Sooner Computer Entertainment diamond, if you like, that comes up, which molds right into the PlayStation, the original PlayStation's title card. Brilliant, mate. They're pretty good characters. Black Belt, I remember, it became like, later on became like your average monk-like character. Just was good at bare fist fighting. I really like that. And of course, you kind of just have to have a warrior, don't you? It's kind of like an unwritten law that every Final Fantasy game has to have that warrior type, and of course a white mage as well for your healers. Two was really good actually. People have given Final Fantasy 2 quite a hard time, but I actually thought the story was better in Final Fantasy 2 than it was in Final Fantasy 1. Although I think Garland was a better villain than Emperor Mateus was. Yeah. The white mage was always your typical like damsel in distress. Oh, a jumbo catcher. Jumbo Catcher, I remember, was a Guardian Force, Aeon, GF, Summon, Esper, whatever if you like, in Final Fantasy 8. I don't know if it's actually reappeared, I can't remember if it's actually reappeared as a summon since then, but Final Fantasy 8 was the first Final Fantasy I ever played, and for the same reason, it's the very first video series on this channel, the remastered version for PS4. And if they're doing a remake of Final Fantasy 7, I would be interested to see a remake of Final Fantasy 8. There's a lot of similarities between 8 and, well, 7 and 8, I find, but I think 8 will always have a strong place in my heart. It's a lot more futuristic, it was a lot more, it was designed a lot better as well. Because 7, yeah, it was the first 3D game, but it was actually so blocky, and as I said earlier on, it was blocky before Minecraft came around, before Minecraft was a thing. But it looked fantastic for 1997, and you know, I'm just a kid at this time. Ooh! Uh-oh. How do we get through this then? Now we're starting to get pretty messed up.
My suffering mirrors yours.
There's enough pain to go around.
Now we're starting to make some developments here. But yeah, some of these characters, these types, like your white mages and whatnot, they were just a nuisance because you were having to look after them all the time and they were useless in battle. How do you actually get through it? I think... Ah.
This is kitty stuff!
Is it?
Yep, absolutely. The one kind of enemy, you know, the one class you wanted back then, before everybody just spammed everybody with 9999 attacks. The undead, the way to beat the undead was healing items, but especially with your black mages. How do you get past this? Ah. Oh, here we go. Oh, that was sneaky. Let's go right past them, dude. Ooh. It's actually getting brighter outside now. It's 8:15 in the morning. I'm going to switch the light off. Hold on a minute. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Oh, the rook. I remember the rook was always really easy. It was easy for the rook just to petrify you straight away in the Fiend Arena, and I hated it. No. So it's now tomorrow for you, isn't it, Bucket List Gamer? Tell me it's not... Oh no! This is one guy I hate in the arena. I've never once beaten this guy in the arena. Not once. No, I don't think I'm gonna beat this guy. How the hell did that happen? I think you need the auto life for that. This guy is merciless. So hard to beat this guy. Yeah, this. I hate this guy so much. I would happily never see him again. Mega Tonberry. See what I said about Tonberry's not been that much of a pushover in this game? I completely take it back now. This is the worst ever incarnation of Tonberry I've ever fought in any Final Fantasy game. Come on. I like to have Riku as my... I think I'm actually finding the strategy on how to beat Mega Tonberry. He's gonna go for Riku next, isn't he? No, he's not. He's going to go for Pain. Let's just do it like that. Yes! Oh, whoa. If I do that, I'm gonna win against Mega Tonberry. Twin stars, thank you. That was horrible. Whoa. Right, what does 2 stars get me? I try not to swear in this video, but fuck, that was hard. You know, for the games that are 18s and whatnot, yeah, I swear quite liberally on that because you know it's but man, and a game that's more family friendly, like Final Fantasy series, I try and curb it a little bit. But there you go. I'm gonna have to put an explicit warning on this video now. But I have it in my YouTube settings and all my settings everywhere that, you know, they're not meant to be watched by children. So, oh, I've got to go all the way back there, do I? Oh, wasn't so lucky that time. I'm so proud of myself now. I've never beaten Megatonbury before. So yeah. Oh. So even if I get a game over, I am still going to do it off screen. We're now 2 hours into this video. I've been doing this video since around about 6:30 in the morning, and it's now it's actually 8:25. So 6:25 in the morning this video has been going on for, and I've never done this before at all. But that's my timestamp, about 8:23 AM on, you know, Saturday, whatever today's date is. Saturday the 22nd, Saturday the 21st of November. I just need to look at my phone and it's there. I finally defeat the Megatonbury. Another six battles to go and I've got it. I'm gonna have to fight the Megatonbury again at some point, aren't I? But at least I know how I'm gonna do it now. It is just about patience and being quick enough. So I'm using 2 Dark Knights. Yuna and Pain are my Dark Knights, and I've got Riku, who's an Alchemist. I just hope that we're not going to get spammed with Megatonburys like we did with the Elder Drakes. Thornbury was also a summon, or guardian force actually, in Final Fantasy VIII on its one and only appearance. There's quite a few in that game. There's actually a few of the summons, the guardian forces they were called, that are one-offs in that game. And if you go back to my Final Fantasy VIII series, you'll see a few of them. Of course, they had the standard. They had the first ones you got. Oh, hello, Elder Drake. The first one was Quetzalcoatl, which was your thunder element to replace Ramu. Like a big bird, if you like, a thunder bird, if you like. Not as in the TV, the kids program, but you know, it was this big thunder thing on wings, but not an angel kind. Then of course you had Shiva and Ifrit in their usual ones. Then you had another one-off called Siren, and Siren inflicted damage and silence and everything. After that you had Brothers, which was your Earth Elemental, kind of like your Titan equivalent. Then after Brothers you had... oh... who was it? Carbuncle, which didn't do any damage. It was entirely a support force, and I'm running out of X potions. It was entirely there to support you. It casted Reflect on the party. After that there was Leviathan, you know, as you expect. Oh, there's no Elder Drake there. But there's a Jumbo Catch Rush. After that, you had Pandemona, which was your Wind Elemental. I can't remember who does Wind Elemental. Just looked like a massive bag full of hot air, really. Then you had Cerberus, you know, standard three-headed dog, and it cast double and triple on everyone. So you could cast 2 spells with double or 3 spells at the same time using triple, and you know, you were fine. forgot. I don't need to keep using up my items. I can actually just go to my white magic, my white mage. So that was Cerberus. Then you had Alexander, which was the Holy Elemental. Did his first appearance in Final Fantasy VII, if I remember rightly. Final appearance as a summon was in Final Fantasy IX, another good game. Oh, there's the Elder Trick. Nice, sneaky, sneaky. So that was Alexander. Then you had Doom Train, another one-off for Final Fantasy VIII, and it basically did damage and inflicted all sorts of status ailments on your enemies. Pretty interesting, that was a one-off. Then you had the legendary Bahamut. After that. Then you had Tonberry and you had Jumbo Cactuar in their only appearances that I can think of. And then the final summon for Final Fantasy VIII that you got was only ever an exclusive to 8 was Eden, E-D-E-N, and it was the only one that could do more damage than your actual limit. It was stuck with a 10,000 damage limit, but Eden was the only one that could break that limit. It was something. So that just shows you how often I've played 8, doesn't it? Oh. What's this? This is probably, I'm pretty certain this is going to be the longest video I'll have ever done on this channel. Pretty sure it will be. We're already nearly 2 hours and 10 minutes into the video, so interesting. Cloister 57. Now that's the size of Tonberry I'd rather fight, not the Mega Tonberry. That was awful. The key to beating the Mega Tonberry, I figured, is just stay alive. Just keep staying alive and spam it with as many attacks. Don't use, if you're going to fight it in the Fiend Arena using the, you know, in the Grand Cup Arena, or even in the Battle Simulator, don't use creatures where you can only control how aggressively you attack or how much you hold off. You don't have any other control over it. It's more of a directorial view. But if you're gonna do it, fight with Yuna, Riku and Pain, and what to do is just keep having one or two of them constantly hitting out with the Phoenix Downs and the Mega Phoenixes, and two strong attackers at the same time. It's your best bet. Oh no! I've got another one! 8 hours straight recording Act 5 to Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction, or Wash and Break, so yeah, I can imagine there would be, mate. So I've got to fight this big bugger again. Oh, I hate Megatombury. Bucket list gamer, do you think I'm going to do it? Do you think I'm going to beat him? Or do you think I'm dead?
I'm on a roll!
Where's your powder?
Nice work!
Yeah, exactly. If I run out of Phoenix Downs, how many have I got? I've got 51 and 32 Mega Phoenixes. I might be alright. As long as I get to Cloister 60, I don't care. I'm over the halfway point in Via Infinito. Quick before he finishes oversouling. Oh damn. Alright, okay. Right, are we ready? Just make sure I am all sorted for this. Are we ready for another one of these big buggers? Let's go. I should get an ambush. I should get a preemptive strike for that. Oh, not a good start already. Thank you. I'm gonna need it. I think this is the tactic that worked best for me. At the same time as striking them down, Phoenix down, immediately followed by attack, and I should be alright. Oh dear, oh no. Oh no! Oh. Oh no. I knew there was a reason I hated this bastard. I know I said I would carbon the language, but sorry, not sorry. So, 2 hours and 12 minutes we lasted. Level 58 I think we got through to. That being said, however, we saved at level 40. If I'd just gotten another couple of levels up, or if I'd actually come out, saved, replenished, and tried again, it would have been alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video there, and I'm going to play through this again off screen and get to level 60. So that means I've got to do 18 levels to do this guy. The second one of these guys, I'm gonna have to beat another one of these guys to get through, and then to get another one of these to get to this second guy. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Bucket List Gamer, Fallout New Vegas. I'd certainly look into it for you, man. I've never really played Fallout that much before. I did play one of the Fallouts before. I'm not sure if it was New Vegas. I'm not sure, but I'd need to have a look at it first, of course. But I'll look into it for you, mate. Okay. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave the video there. You know, I couldn't have fallen to a more worthy opponent, really. I'm going to, you know, be a gallant loser here, through gritted teeth, and leave it there. And we'll come back. We'll do a part 2, if you like, for the via Infinito. So anyway guys, thank you very much for watching this video. This has been fantastic. Massive shout out to you, Bucket List Gamer. Sorry again that I got your name wrong earlier on. You know, say it fast, you understand why. Thanks very much, and I hope to see you in another video. Rest of you guys, thanks very much to everybody else for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to give the like button a smack. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications of future videos. I'll see you next time. Take care everyone, bye bye.